you know, two very good players. You know, it's unfortunate. I hate using the term next man up, but that's kind of just like how it is. Like those are our brothers. Those are our dogs, and you hate to see the injuries happen really to anyone, especially your teammates. But I believe in Justin. The dream killer's still here. And that's the biggest thing. If you listen to the podcast, we just had Malik on, and Shell Shocked on Apple Podcasts. It's Malik's made for these moments. It's like, I feel like every year somehow he's always getting counted out somehow, and then he always comes up and makes a big impact, and so that's why we love him. He's Mr. Reliable. He's going to come in, he's going to mess some stuff up, and he's going to make some plays. Well, it's just I've seen them all practice. I've seen them all play. I see the way Justin analyzes the game, and I just think he's ready to take the next step. He just needed an opportunity, and this is his opportunity. With Coop's a dog. I feel like in any situation put Coop in, Coop gonna come out successful. So with his work ethic and just the love for the game, I just think all those guys they're gonna be set up for good things. And like I said before, it's crappy losing. Your guys, Chubb losing Jewel, but I believe in the guys behind them, and they're just obviously it's not something you guys are going to believe right away, but just wait till Sunday and they go out there and make plays, and just let their play do the talking.
Shelby, how's your wrist, and did that impact you at all yesterday?
I don't make excuses for anything. I'll be fine. My wrist is fine. We got the win, so that's all that really matters. That's the whole thing, when about building a team, and I'd say the difference between this team and years past is that we do have the depth behind, key players that everyone, from coaches to players feel confident with these guys stepping in, and you don't have to double second guess it or whatever. So I think all those guys, all the years past, whenever an injury would happen, you'd be like, damn, what are we going to do? But this year, I just feel like with the young guys we have and with the veteran presence and what we expect out of our players and how we hold our players to like the highest of standards, I think that's all going to come into play on Sunday and when these guys get to play. And I think that's for any of the guys that are waiting in the back, waiting to play is we get them ready every day in practice. We go out there and we give good looks, and they get good looks, and so it's just all about the constant getting better and better, and all these young guys have been, and so we're all excited for them, and I can't wait to see them play.
How are you guys viewing 2-0 as confident, or we haven't done anything?
Man, keep that on the low, man. We don't need nobody to know that. We're gonna keep that quiet confidence to ourselves and just go out there every week and just put on, the 1-0 mindset every week. We don't need the headlines. We don't need none of that stuff. We just go out here, go to work, and let our play do the talking.
Change when the guy calling the defense changes? When it was tied to Josie, now Josie and Alexander, and maybe Justin will call?
Well, that's actually a pretty interesting question. It's a different vibe. It's all about, everyone controls the huddle a different way. And so it's just all about, kind of just feeling it out and seeing how it goes. Because, if Justin calls the calls or AJ calls the calls, it's a different person. So it's just, just working on, got to be louder. You got to say it back and forth. It's just little nuanced stuff you have to go over. But, it's stuff they've been doing their whole life. And so it's just maybe just a louder crowd.
Considering that, what's the difference between Josie and Alexander specifically?
Well, I would say the difference between them is that they're asked to just do two different things. And no one's saying that AJ can't do it or anyone can't do it. It's just that they're asked to do two different things. And so, they both do their jobs very well of what they're asked to do. And so that's all you can ask.
Thanks, Shelby.
All right, hey, look for my mixtape on Spotify.